Nation. We are back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphic and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted and Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it. What's the deal, brother?
My brother, today is a busy day in Raider Nation. But before we get there, man, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, we appreciate you guys so much for showing up and showing out like you do for every stream. We already got almost 400 people here in the building. You already know, get wasted with your boy Wasted. You already know, pay your bar tabs, wipe them feet over here at OLV Raiders Network, and also hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We're trying to get Wasted, man, up to that 20K. We're trying to hit that 30, so make sure it's free. Hit the notification bell as well so you guys get notified every time we go live or when we upload. But how we feeling, man? 53-man roster, some interesting names here.
Yeah.
We're going to go over some practice squad candidates as well. But how we feeling about the initial 53-man roster?
A little surprised. It's a couple of guys that I really am kind of shocked that they got rid of. But, you know, we are in the know, but we're not inside the building.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
you know, I got to take, you know, what they did and what they're looking for with a grain of salt. But it looks like some of the holes on this roster are going to be filled outside of what they already had in the building. I think that they're going to mine the waiver wire, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. One thing that was very interesting was they didn't put Aiden on the IR. He's still on the 53-man roster. Yeah. So right now they're carrying three, you guys. It's Gino, it's Kenny Pickett, it's Aiden O'Connell. So things can change here very soon, which I do believe that they'll place him on the IR at some point. Lonnie Johnson's on the IR. They could put Harper on there as well. I know he's been dealing with some things. But we're going to go over this list real quick. And real quick, I want to put this out there real fast before we get to this 53-man roster. You know Ricky Scoops, man. He just put something out there. The Packers have a trade on the table with the Cowboys for Micah Parsons with a new contract worth $45 million per year. So Ricky's been pretty spot on recently, man. He called the Amari thing a long time ago. He's been pretty – I really believe he's like an insider that just has this little weird – age where he kind of just goes out there and tries to beat the big dogs, the Adam Scheffners and the Ian Rappaports. But Green Bay does have a deal on the table worth $45 million per. So I don't know if Dallas moves him or not, but interesting. But let's get to it. I want to share this real fast, you guys. We're going to go over the cuts, and then we'll have the players who actually made the 53-man roster. Let me share this. This right here. This is the players that were waived, released, and placed on the injured reserve. So we'll go over this list real quick. And once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. Zach Carter, Chris Collier, not surprised here. Jafari Harvey, Shedrick Jackson, which I do believe he will be a practice squad candidate. Matt Jones, is it Trevin Mai? I always butcher his name. He had a really good offseason.
Great offseason, man. I'm surprised.
Yeah, Antonio Mafi, I definitely had this one wrong. The veteran guard did not make the roster. Sincere McCormick, officially waived. I believe he will be a practice squad candidate. Tommy Malott and Cam Miller. So both 6-rounders did not make the initial 53-man roster, which I believe, Wasted, I think you can agree with me. These guys will clear waivers and make the practice squad. So nothing to worry about. I see a lot of people freaking out to me. Oh my God, we wasted 2 picks. Come on, man. Allow these guys to fall to the practice squad. I don't think that any other team out there is going to make room for these guys. Let them develop. One is literally converting from quarterback to wide receiver. The other one, played at a small school, and he's new to the NFL. It's going to take some time for Cam to get adjusted. OVO, Carter Runyon, which I do believe he will be a practice squad candidate. He's looked really good as well. Justin Shorter, Laki Tasi. So I see a lot of people freaking out about him as well. Wasted. I have to put this out there. Not one international portal player has ever been picked up on the waiver wire from any other team, you guys. This dude is very raw. He will clear waivers, and there is speculation that there's some teams interested in him, but I don't think that anybody's going to use a roster spot on him. So he will probably be on the practice squad. Another guy that we can develop who is very, very raw at the position, very, very new to the sport as a whole. Trey Taylor, it hurts my soul. I was waiting to see what they would do. They chose Chris Smith over Trey Taylor. This is guaranteed to be a practice squad candidate if another team does not pick him up. He had a few good plays here in preseason, just hasn't really had a lot of reps out there. Greedy Vance, I mean, this is easy right here, Wasted. He's going to be a practice squad candidate. He looked really good out there against the Arizona Cardinals. Dalton Wagner is just Mr. Practice Squad at this point. They picked Mumford over him. I said this before, you guys. A lot of people are upset, but he's versatile. He can play both guard spots, both tackle spots. So they chose him over a guy that only plays right tackle. JT Woods, they want to put him on the practice squad. So there's already talks within the organization that they want to have him on the practice squad as a guy that can come in if need be, if one of these guys on the 53-man roster get hurt or whatever. So JT Woods expect him to be on the practice squad. We released Alex Bachman, a guy that had a really good offseason for us and good preseason, played really good for us in those few games. Terrell Edmonds, this is a shocker. Wasted. A guy that was actually getting reps with the ones. I know he kind of came in late in the game.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that if he clears the waivers, which he should, because no other teams were actively pursuing him, he should be on the active. I mean, he should be on the practice squad.
Well,
right?
See, this is the thing, right? The difference between being waived and being released, if you don't have more than 4 years of accrued time in the NFL, you have to clear waivers that 2-day period. But with a guy like Terrell Edmonds, he is officially released. So anyone could sign him at this point. So he kind of floats around out there because he has well over 4 years of accrued time in the league. So that's the reason why him, Alex Bachman, and Albert
were released outright.
Yeah, they're released outright.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He struggled with injuries. Very highly touted guy, but I don't necessarily see people beating down the door to bring him in
at all. And Albert O, like Wasted mentioned as well, veteran tight end who came over kind of late in the game. He was already on the outside looking in regardless, because we're very deep at the tight end position. So we'll take this off the screen, you guys. We will share the initial 53-man roster here. Boom. This is coming from Raiders.com. So this is what the roster looks like right now. There will be some moving and shaking. We're going to pick up some other players from other teams. There's going to be a lot of changes here very, very soon, but Dante Thornton is the starter. This is not a surprise at all. He has looked really good this offseason. The 4th rounder out of Tennessee has found a way to be a starter in year 1. Great problem to have. Colton Miller, Charles Grant. No shockers here. Left guard, Dylan Parham, Caleb Rogers. No shocker here. Jordan Meredith, but Will Putnam made the roster, which is
you kind of knew that was going to happen. They didn't have too many guys that were versatile enough to play center. Well, so I knew he was like a lock pretty much.
I didn't. I thought that because Parham can be a play center, JPJ can play center. This is a shocker to me, actually. And I like Will Putnam. He has a nasty streak to him. I know you guys probably remember, him having that little fight with Max early on as a UDFA out of Clemson at training camp. He has a nasty streak to him. I'm here for it. But kind of shocker to me. And I like Will Putnam. I have no problem, with him making this roster. But it's interesting. JPJ, Alice Kappa, both your right guards right there. No shocker here. DJ Glaze, Thayer Mumford. I had Mumford making it every step of the way, even though he struggled in preseason. Brock, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas. No surprises there. Jacoby, Trey Tucker, Jack Besh. This is kind of a shocker to me, right? Trey Tucker, Besh, Jacoby, and then you put Cooper there as well with Dante Thornton. We're carrying 5 wide receivers right now.
Yeah.
So
that's not a shocker to me at all.
I do. I thought we would at least carry 6, in which we could still pick up another body here soon. But it's kind of interesting to me. 5 wide receivers. Gino, Aiden O'Connell, once again, Pickett has not been added on here yet. So I'm assuming they put Aiden on the IR, and then put Kenny Pickett on the active roster. He is out there practicing right now, you guys, as practice goes on in Las Vegas now.
Right now, the presser's on right now. The Kenny Pickett, Amari Cooper presser is on right now.
I'll bring that up. I will bring it up right now. Running back, Ashton Genty, Zamir White, Raheem Mostert, Dylan, high stakes, Lauby. I just want to put that out there real quick, you guys. I knew my guy was going to make it. He's too versatile, special teams ace, can get it done in the passing game. I love that he made the back end of that running back group. And he will be a special teams gunner, kick returner, and all that. So salute to Dylan. Love to see that. Defense real quick. Max, Tyree, Jonah Lalu, JJ Pegues. No shockers here. Adam Butler, Lucky Fotu. He's out of that boot. We knew if he was out of that, he was going to make the roster.
Yeah.
Thomas Booker, the fourth, just came over for the trade.
Baby.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm excited. You know, we traded Jacorian for him. He made the active 53. Great. Kuntz, Snowden, Tonka Hemingway, Jermaine Pratt, Jamal Adams, baby. You love to see it. Landon Roberts, Tommy Eichenberg, Cody Lindenberg. So they carried, is it six? Six, right?
Your 6 linebackers. That was surprising. I thought they would carry about 5.
Yeah, and I think that they could have slipped Lindenberg through the cracks and got him onto the practice squad. But it seems like they're high on him. He was getting some green dot looks early on at camp. So, hey, man, you love to see it. Devin White.
Special teams ace. Special teams ace.
There you go. Devin White also made the roster. Great to see. Darnay Holmes, Caillou Blue Kelly, Darian Porter, D-Cam, Eric Stokes. Only 5 corners. That is a very questionable room. I'm expecting them to definitely improve that room through the waiver wire or through a trade or something, because those 5 corners scare the absolute dog shit out of me. The safety position, Isaiah Palamau, Chris Smith, who was another good special teams player as well. Jeremy Chin, Thomas Harper, and then Lonnie Johnson is on the IR. And then this is pretty easy right here. Cole Carlson, Boba Moyer with Trey Tucker as a kick returner, punt returner. And then you got Ashton Janty as the backup punt returner with Dylan, the backup kick returner. So there we have it. Let me go over to the presser, you guys. I'm going to see if it's actually on right now. The shield is turning right now. So
as the shield turns, every time they say the pressure's on, it takes another 30 minutes.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring that up here in a second. Let me get these supers in real fast. But a few shockers. I thought putting them was a surprising move. I'm not mad about it at all. Once again, I like the kid out of Clemson. He has that nasty streak to him. Lindenberg was a shocker, 7th round guy out of Minnesota. He makes this roster. So it's good. We got a little bit of youth in that room. Wasted not only a Landon, Devin White, Jamal, Pratt. Those guys are up there in age, a little long in the tooth. It's good to see Lindenberg and Eichenberg, the Berg brothers.
Yeah, the Berg brothers. But I think with, getting rid of Amari Gaynor, that kind of opened the door for Lindenberg. And Lindenberg has played really solid, man. He's been kind of all over the place. He's terrific on special teams too. So,
and I seen a report or a rumor out there as well that they said that Amari Gaynor was having problems with communication at the linebacker spot. So if you don't have it between the ears, regardless of how much athleticism you possess or skills, if you can't get it done there, especially with an old school guy like Pete Carroll, you're probably out of here. I hope Amari Gaynor finds a job elsewhere. And if not, I hope he is back on the practice squad and they develop him a little bit. Salute to George. I saw Cam and Tommy pop up and I was tripping, but y'all know me, 17-0 Super Bowl. Salute to my guy George on the $20 smackaroonie. Salute to Trucker Mark, man. Welcome back, Cooper. Yes, he looks really good in that 19. They did not waste any time wasted. They got rid of Tommy Malott and gave Cooper that
19.
number.
They said, listen, man, you have been unceremoniously blocked. We are giving the 19 back to the man who it is rightfully for, because we got drafted. He had the 19.
Yeah.
We went to 89.
Yeah.
So look, man, this whole Cooper thing kind of bothers me, right? In a sense,
here we go.
No, it bothers me because you got people who are really, really hyperbolic about this. One, if you have a situation where you have your number one receiver claiming that he wants to be traded, you have to tie up your camel a little bit, right? You have to go out there. You have to make sure that you hedge your bet. This is a guy who routinely, when he's healthy, gives you 1,000 yards rolling out of bed. Mm-hmm. And you got people complaining about him and everyone else lauding the one guy who's only had 1,000-yard receiving season. I mean, Amari Cooper, when healthy, vomits 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Let's be for real.
Yeah.
He vomits 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
He vomits 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns a year. I don't understand why anybody could be upset about that. And it's always some fringe, nonsensical reason. Like he got his head slammed his rookie season in his first game by Pac-Man Jones. The F up out of here.
You know, man, look, this the thing. Cooper is 31 years old. He's coming off of a down season where Cleveland had a terrible quarterback situation. And then he's late in the game in Buffalo where there's not really a lot of chemistry there with him and Josh Allen, right? Cold weather, a little different, you know, what Cooper's accustomed to out there in Buffalo. I'll say this. If we can get anywhere from 600 to 800 yards receiving out of Amari Cooper, we won this deal. It's $3.5 million wasted. $6 million with incentives. That is an absolute steal for a 5-time Pro Bowler. A guy that's a great route runner. You know, Geno Smith is going to love him. I'm telling you now, he loves to stretch the field. He still has speed to his game, even at 31 years old. Yes, he's had a little bit of case of the dropsies every step of the way. I understand that. As Raider fans, we know we couldn't stand some of those drops. But hey, you know, we have a ton of pass catchers on this football team. It is great to add a veteran. You know, he looked really happy out there. There's already video surfacing at the headquarters, him and Pete Carroll laughing it up. You know, it looks like Dante and those guys are going to be able to lean on him. Jacoby's also out there, you guys. So regardless if he requested a trade, he's not going to miss a paycheck. He is out there at headquarters practicing with these guys. So, you know, look, I don't think that Jacoby strikes me as a guy that's going to miss any type of dollar. He needs it all right now.
Bro, listen, what I always say, from my old man, take a wish in one hand and a crap in the other and see which one comes first. You want to be traded? Guess what? We ain't trading you. And if you sit out, it's going to hurt your valuation for next year. You have to play this year. Bring your ass in here and say the quiet thing out loud. Be like, hey, fuck you guys. I'm upset at you, but I'm going to go out there and ball out so I can run my money up next year. That's all this is about.
And word is a few teams reached out for a potential trade. I don't know what teams those are. No one's been able to identify them yet. But the Raiders are not interested at all in moving on from Jacoby. And why would you be when you only have $10.5 million on the books for a guy that put up 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns for you last year, and a leader in your locker room, and a guy that is 28 years old. Now that Cooper's in the building, he's the elder spokesman in that room. But before that, Jacoby was the guy that all these dudes can lean on. Dante's been on this channel twice, and he said that he's been able to lean on Jacoby every step of the way. So the Raiders know what they have with him. You know, they'll figure this thing out. I think before week 1 wasted, we will have a deal on the table. And even if, let's just say they just give him a couple extra $1 million. They pull the max. Remember a season ago, they gave him like $6 million on top of what he had. I believe that maybe they can just throw maybe $3 or $4 extra $1 million at Jacoby and make him happy. And to just
give him some assurances, right? Give him something, because it's rough going into a season when you don't have the assurances when you could possibly get hurt. And I get it, man. Look, I'm not mad at Jacoby Myers, man. He deserves the game.
Cool.
It's nice, man. It's a good feeling. Feels like a full circle moment. So I'm excited about the opportunity for sure, and I'm ready to embrace it.
Like got
Somebody
dentures.
wants to win, I'm sure, at this stage. There's something about
I got
you
Dolphin
see
teeth.
that they're ready to turn that corner.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, starting with the quarterback, he's had a great last couple of years.
This is the first time I ever heard Coop
have
talk.
always had, you know, at least 10 wins everywhere.
Tiny to me.
So that's one of the biggest reasons why I actually came, because winning is so important to me, and then I also see the opportunity. So yeah.
Obviously, it's a reunion, but it's a new city, new building, all kinds of new things. Does it feel like you're coming back to the organization, or does it feel like a different organization?
I mean, the Raiders is the Raiders, right? Whether they're in LA, Oakland, or Vegas.
Talk OakLosVegas shit.
What did you think when you walked in here compared to Alameda?
It's a night and day difference, honestly, in terms of the facility.
Yeah.
It's always good to have a great facility. You know, I guess guys feel more comfortable with a better facility. So it is of extreme importance, honestly.
In your position, what are you able to do while you weren't in training camp just to kind of stay ready and be ready for this moment?
Yeah, just, you know, keep my route sharp, you know, make sure I'm running routes, make sure I'm, you know, lifting, staying strong, things of that nature. You always want to, you know, be sharp as a receiver with your route running. So, yeah.
Cool. About, you know,
man, a few words.
Kind of with the Raiders coming back here. Like, is this something you always had in the back of your mind? At some point, you wanted to be back and kind of finish what you started here?
Yeah, honestly, I always kind of had that in the back of my mind because, when I was drafted here, I felt like the expectations were high. I felt like I did okay, but I always knew, why I was drafted. You draft a guy, the top 5, you expect them to come and, really help change the organization. And, I felt like, at times, I showed flashes of doing that, but it wasn't to my expectations. So, like I said, this time around, I feel like I have unfinished business. I definitely see the opportunity, working with Gino to be able to do some great things. So I'm excited about it.
How excited are you to get to work with Gino and to kind of develop a rapport with him?
I'm very excited. It's something about, guys from South Florida, especially him being the quarterback. I think sometimes you just have a great rapport with guys in terms of like timing. Sometimes you could walk into a situation and the timing is automatically there. Today was my first day of practice. Didn't really know if I would practice today, honestly, coming off of a flight. But I'm excited about that, and I think the connection will be there automatically for sure.
You've been in situations now a couple times where you
love that, Ami.
join teams mid-season. Do you think that helps in terms of expediting the process of getting a new offense, getting acclimated to new teammates and all that?
What helps?
Well, just in terms of you.
Oh, the experience of doing it before?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good feel of what it's like. It's never been difficult for me to learn a playbook. So it's nothing new for me.
Hit a nonchalant final boss.
I feel good. He's a very dynamic play caller, always has
19,
been.
Rich.
It's just my first day here, in the install meeting, in terms of the plays that were shown on the board. I already liked what I was seeing, so I'm excited.
What were your top priorities when receiving offers from teams to join them as a free agent to be like, I want this? Was it a city? Was it a team? Was it coaches? Was there anything?
Really just two things. One, winning, and two, the opportunity to show what I can still do. I had, a few teams hitting me up.
The Niners were one of them.
I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to show that I can. Trust me, I still got some juice left. So I want to show it. And I felt like, this was the opportunity for me to show it.
How did it feel?
Real Oakland Raider, denied the Niners, bro.
You'd love to see. You were looking for early on.
Yeah, with Pete, I've heard a lot of things about him. I was actually at the Pro Bowl one year where the Seattle coaches were coaching, and I got to get a good feel of his coaching style. A couple of his players were there at the Pro Bowl that year, and they were just telling me about, how practice is, how the organization is, and how Pete runs things. So, Pete, I think he texted me before I got here. He was like, "I'm just saying, 20. I believe he said 21 straight years or 23 straight years of 10 plus win seasons." So, I definitely get the feel of the winning culture for sure.
With your veteran experience and leadership, what's the big thing that you want to bring to this young receiver room? What do you think you can kind of add to them in terms of them being able to learn and, take their experience?
Yeah, just leadership. I've always been the type of guy to lead by example. I do want to work on
17
leading
Rich
vocally
initially
as well because, I believe when you marry the two together, that's the best form of leadership. So, like I said, years go by fast. I'm in year 11 now. You got a couple rookies in the room.
crazy,
So
11
I'll be
years.
glad to kind of, show them, a couple of the tricks of the trade because, there are nuances to the game on this level. So I'm excited about that.
It's Raiders
So
seat.
you're just off the plane. Did you land this morning?
Yeah. And I didn't get any sleep either. I didn't sleep at all.
He looked a
I didn't
little whooped
sleep at
out there
all,
on the
man,
football
but,
field. I'm not gonna lie. He was holding his hip.
It's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
You know what that means,
No, I
Wasted, when
can't
you out
feel
there
that.
like,
Yeah.
It like, I just fell hurt my whole left side.
What went into your thought process?
Well, I wore number 19 before. I wore number 9 in college. Something about that 9. Every time I wore number 9, it was, I did some great things.
thank
So,
you, M8.
Pete, he knew that, I wore 19 before. So he's the one who told the equipment managers that, to give me the opportunity to wear it because at first it wasn't available. So, yeah.
Amari, you still have the
Tommy
book club?
Willott got that
And if
axe.
so, you gonna bring it here or what's on your reading list right now?
Yeah, I actually brought like 4 or 5 books with me, but no, I don't have that book club anymore because I got more specific with my readings. At first, it was just scattered all over the place, but I narrowed the focus. I didn't want people to have to narrow that focus and just focus on these subjects. So I kind of stopped it. But
My dog look like
who knows?
Tariq,
I might
bro.
bring it back one day.
He do.
When you're walking through the
Man,
building,
baby,
it's the
Tariq.
same organization, but I mean, not a lot of familiar faces. I mean, Greg Olson.
Yeah.
Uncle Tommy.
Anybody else in the building that went, whoa.
Oh, gosh.
Cody. I think he's the only player who was here from when I was here. I think he's the longest tenured player here.
I'm a man, Uncle Tommy.
It's crazy because I remember when he was a rookie, but
Man,
that was a long time
Man,
ago.
now Uncle Tommy.
But yeah, some familiar faces. Training room, equipment room. The photographer. Like there's guys. So yeah.
When you look back on your first
This is
stint with
crazy.
the
This
Raiders,
is like surreal.
what sticks out to you about
I'm like,
how much
Coop's
you
making me
grow
go to sleep though,
since
bro. He really is.
A lot.
That's what this is for.
Yeah, I need to go
You
get
know,
some.
this
Crap home my own
NFL
food, bro. This
thing
is
has
crazy,
definitely
dog.
been a journey. It has its ups and downs for
Cool.
sure. But you just got to keep fighting, keep going, keep pushing. When I was here at the Raiders the first time, it was like my first year we didn't perform very well, but then the next year it seemed like we were winning every game,
Mhm.
until Derek Carr got hurt at the end of the season. So it was ups and downs, but I learned how to handle it better, I would say.
It's your first time arriving at a team as a free agent because everywhere else it was you got drafted by the Raiders, you got traded with the other teams, you signed an extension with the Cowboys. How was that process for you with choosing the team?
This is the first time you've been a free agent.
Yeah, it was my first time being a free agent.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Didn't really know what to expect. But I think it was a cool process. I got some time to sit back, reflect. Obviously, it's been my longest off season, without doing like things like OTAs, mini camp, or training camp really. So, I've been chilling for a while in terms of, being in the locker room, not really having that camaraderie for all those months. But like I said, hopping back out there today, it's just
He's gonna be running
it
go.
feels like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Confident you'll be ready week one?
Yeah, I think so. I got to get my legs back underneath me.
I gotta get my legs back underneath me.
Kind of did something to me, lack of sleep. But yeah, I'll be ready. I'm a professional at the end of the day, so I know how much time we have until that first game. I'll definitely be ready.
Chip gonna tell him straight 9 routes.
From being here in the earlier part of from 2015 to 2018, was your
I need to come.
favorite memory of being here?
Best memory? That's a good question. I would just say
Clinching the playoffs.
just the camaraderie of guys. Like we had a great group of guys. Still talk to a lot of those guys.
That
to this
Carolina
day.
game.
Obviously, the year we made the playoffs, it sticks out to me because I felt like we really had a chance. And then just the big games are going to always stick out. So I would say that too.
You're always one of the fan favorites. What message do you want to send out back to the Raider Nation now that you're wearing silver and black again?
Yeah, I mean, just that I'm glad to be back, and
I'm glad you're back too, Maury.
To put my best foot forward to go out there and dominate.
The one that traded him.
Just like I think I've been on a lot of teams that had like the Raider-ish type of fan base. It's not a lot of them, but just so happened I've been on the Cowboys. The Browns have a good fan base too, the Bills too. So yeah, those type of fans, they just want the players to play great. So that's what I want to do.
Love it, man.
Thanks.
This is surreal, man. Like we're literally watching you guys Coop back in the silver and black. This is actually kind of crazy, man. Salute to Amari Cooper. He definitely looked like he was cooked and tired. Go get you some rest, man. I'm telling you right now, I've seen some footage of him at camp, at training camp, at practice today. He was holding on to his hips a little bit. You could tell he was a little cooked. So go get some sleep, man. I'm excited. Hopefully he gets up to speed with Chip Kelly's system pretty fast because we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks away from actual football, week 1, New England. So, yeah, man, hopefully he gets up to speed pretty quick. He's a veteran. He's been through several training camps. Oh, that was it. Okay. All right. Well, that was it. Thought we was going to get some Kenny Pickett in the mix as well. But hey, that's what we got. Amari Cooper. Cool. I'm here for it. I think you said everything right. You wanted to come back. I'm not going to act as though you guys that no state tax probably didn't, intrigue him this late in the game. 31 years old, maybe your last deal of your career, right? You don't want to go to the Niners and get paid $3.5 million, and most of that is gone because of state taxes and how expensive the Bay Area is. So, I mean, this definitely was coming home for the Raiders, but also, let me get as much money as I can on the way out. And I respect it. It's a business at the end of the day. So I like that he said he still has, some gas left in the tank. I'm here for it. And once again, I mean, Amari's going to be, if anything, you guys, the third, fourth option tops. I'm not expecting him to go out there and have 1,100, 1,200, 1,300 yards receiving. I mean, I think in 2023, he had like 1,250, right? So he's only 2 seasons away from having a massive year. But I don't think that, him coming in this late in the game is going to be a guy that's going to come in and put up a ton of production for us. Well, but man, it's great.
Gas left in the tank. I'll tell you that, man. Let me tell you something, man. I got to get off the air. I had so much gas left in the tank. I'll tell you something, man. Listen, Graphic, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. I just want to apologize to Raider Nation, man.
It was your fault, Gru. It's your fault.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I didn't like the cut of that guy's jib. I mean, the guy looks like he has dentures in his mouth, man. I mean, I've never seen a younger, old-looking guy in my life, man. And now he's pissing me off because now you just made me realize he looks like the most hated character I've ever seen in television history. I'm not a big Tariq guy, you know.
Let me tell you right now, Tariq redeemed himself in the latest installment of.
Yeah, I stopped watching it with that kid, man.
Yeah,
I didn't like the cut of that guy's jib. Let me tell you something, Graphic. Let me tell you something. I apologize to you guys, man. Amari Cooper could have been an all-time Raider, man, and I messed it up. For what? Jonathan Abram. Sorry, man.
Yo, Jonathan High Stakes Abram, baby.
That's right, man. Let me tell you.
Gruden, you
guys, man.
The GOAT.
Thank you, Graf, man. I'm sorry. Anytime I get a chance to pull up on the show, I do, man. Hey, man, let me ask you guys something. What do you think about bringing in Cleveland Farrell? Little Axel Leatherwood. Both of them, man.
Clee was let go today from the Commanders. The GOAT is a free agent. He's a free agent.
Clee, get together salt and pepper again, man. Let me tell you something.
Hey, Pete, get the band back together, man. Get the band back together.
Listen, maybe we need to redeem Clemson here, man. But I'm sorry, man. Hey, man, listen. Graphic, man, I'll be right back. Got to go drop the kids off at the pool.
Salute to Gruden. Salute to Yim. 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. That would be phenomenal if we can get that out of Coop right now this late in the game at 31, coming over this late in the offseason. I would love it. If we can get anywhere near that production, phenomenal. And Ricardo, yes, the Texans just cut Damon Arnett as well. Wouldn't that be funny? Bringing Damon Arnett, bringing Clee, bringing Amari Cooper. Hey, man, while we're at it, reach out to the Chargers. Go make a trade for Khalil Mack. Bring DC out of retirement. Go find Crabtree. Let's run this shit. Donald Penn is probably blowing up a bathroom on some bus somewhere. Go get him. Let's run this. Let's run it. I am here for it. Salute the Niles. Graphic and Wasted. Let's go. Coop. Salute to my sis. Appreciate you as always. And yes, Hunter Renfrow was released as well today by the Carolina Panthers. So we can really reunite everybody if we would like to.
Yeah, so, man. Hey, listen, it was a Raider reunion, man.
A Raider reunion. I'm here for it. So,
but let's be serious though. Let's be serious, man. I mean, and it's hilarious that I'm the one that's saying that. But look, this Cooper deal, it all depends on how healthy he is, right? And how much tread he has left on the tire.
Yeah.
If he is as good as he was 2 years ago, he's the best receiver in the building.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So let's see, man. Let's see what he has left in the tank. Because last year wasn't indicative of how much he has left in the tank. Because he was in a situation where, for whatever reason, him and Josh Allen just didn't connect. You know, so look, for me, man, I'm at the point with Amari Cooper. I really think that having a vet in the room with guys like Besh and Dante Thornton is going to be a win-win for this team, man. It really is. You need vets in this league, man. That's the one thing that free agency has kind of like eroded from the National Football League, are teams being able to bring in and keep vets around to teach the younger guys to kind of know how to go about their business. That's an important piece of any vocation.
Yeah, facts. That's crazy, DeMarcus, right? All Gruden's draft picks. Yeah, Hunter was let go. Damon Arnett was let go. Yeah. And it's crazy because Carolina has a deep wide receiving group. So, like, I understand the thought process, but I was hearing and seeing videos of Hunter Renfrow mixing everybody up out there in Carolina. I think he'll find another job elsewhere. Now, I don't know if that was the last job that he wanted. He's a local guy. I don't know if he wants to uproot his family again. The Raiders did bring him in, for, a meeting. He left without a deal. We did get rid of him a lot. We did get rid of Alex Bachman, but Amari Cooper can play in the slot as well. And he'll play on the boundary and play in the slot. So it would be fun, right, to bring Hunter Renfrow back, but you guys, it's not going to happen. It's really nice. It's not a need at this point. It'd be fun. It'd be a great addition, some nostalgia with Amari Cooper back in the building. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to happen. And honestly, it's not necessarily a need at this point. We got to build the defense up. We got to add another corner. Once again, Kobe Bryant was released today from Atlanta. That's a name to keep an eye on. Bro, I am excited. I'm hoping, bro, that Pete takes a look at Kobe Bryant. This is a dude, if you watch his tape, I said this on the show earlier, Wasted. He could play man at a high level. He could play zone at a high level. He's a ball hawk, pick six monster. I've seen him do it all at Kansas. This would be a great addition for that secondary because we are thin. 5 corners on this active roster. That is scary. Scary.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't have one guy who has done anything at this level.
Not one.
Successfully, right? But if I'm being honest, bringing in a guy like a Kobe Bryant is essentially trading one inexperienced corner for the next.
Yeah.
For me, it begins and ends with experience. And the problem is that there's most of the time when you talk about the waiver wire, there are not going to be people that are out there that are going to really change your fortunes as an organization, because that's the reason why they got released, right? A lot of times you see people get shedded for contractual reasons, but that hasn't really been happening as much now, right? So look, you got guys like Juju Brent, you got a lot of guys out there, but I don't think anybody's really going to change the complexion of what we got going in the secondary. And I get it.
Yeah. Well, there's a few options. Once again, we talked about, you just mentioned Juju. Jarek Reed, the second, another safety that's going to be available. He's a former all-rookie special teamer, Seattle, 2023, a Pete Carroll draftee. I believe he took him in the 5th or 6th round, I believe. He's available. The Seahawks waived him earlier. So I wouldn't be shocked if they brought him in. I know Kellenberger's probably in the comment section. He mentioned that he's 5'9", 196, a little undersized, doesn't fit the profile, but Pete Carroll actually drafted this kid. So I can see, them going out and getting another special teams like War Daddy, so to speak. I would be all for bringing in Jarek Reed, and we're still pretty thin at the safety group as well, getting rid of Trey, Harper. We don't know when he's going to be back. So that would be another name to keep an eye on for sure. But yeah, man, I mean, the only guys that have experience in that room is Stokes and Darnay Holmes. And that's scary.
And very minimal experience, right? So listen, this is a Reek Woolen special.
We've been saying it.
The Reek Woolen special. I think that bringing in Coop leaves them the latitude to be able to move Jacoby, even though Seattle has a pretty decent receiver group. But that leaves them the latitude to be able to do something like that. It gives them space to make a move.
But now, you can keep him though and just give him some draft capital. Waste to give him a 3rd round pick and take him off. He's on an expiring deal. This is his last year of his contract, and they got several people that they need to pay. You give him a 3rd round pick like you did for Geno, and wrap that shit up and give us Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, I mean, look, they know they gotta have to pay Witherspoon, right? Yeah. And I understand, but giving up a 3rd. It's pretty high draft compensation for a guy that Pete had some issues with when he was there with them. So you got to look at it from there.
One season they had a little for sure.
That's enough, and then Pete wasn't there after that, right? So you got to view it from that prism as well, man. You're giving up some anything from a 1st to a 3rd is premium draft positioning, and it's not hard. It's not easy to come by, and we are a team that is an ascending team. A lot of these moves that we're asking for the team to make is moves that teams that are contending for like a Super Bowl make. Yeah. We're trying to build to that. So I think really, to be honest with you, we need to sit back and kind of let these guys cook. See where they're going to wind up.
He has a relationship with the general manager up there in Seattle.
With Snyder,
right?
Yes, yeah. But listen, the only thing with him and John Snyder is they started to bump heads at the end. Yeah. There's a reason why Pete left. Apparently, he definitely didn't want to stop coaching, right?
No. But he was still like an advisor out there last year for Seattle.
Because what they did was they put him in a papoose and
because the fan base hated that they moved him.
Yeah, so they had to. That was more of a PR move, but there's definitely something there, right? I don't think Snyder really wants to help Pete as much as it looks.
Well, this is the thing. It's a mutual thing, Wasted, because, and let's just say a fourth, right? Because you have to pay him. This is the last year of his deal. He's only 26 years old. Hey, man, look, we'll take him off your hands. We'll give you a 4th round pick and we'll pay him. I don't think that Seattle's going to pay him. I have Googled left and right, and there has been no discussions about Seattle potentially. They may be okay with just letting him go in free agency and picking up a comp pick. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at this point, it's like, hey, why not take a 4th from us? And we'll pay him and we'll bring him in. Keep an eye on Za Frazier as well, a guy that is dealing with some personal issues in Chicago. I believe he's going to miss the first 4 games of the season. It's not an injury per se, but a guy that went to the same school as Tariq Woolen, same measurables, has Pete Carroll written all over him. Yeah. If Chicago decides to let him go, Za Frazier would be a great pickup for Pete Carroll and company.
Definitely. Now I want to say something. There's some people that are saying, well, we got Geno. They were going to move on from Geno.
Yes.
And it was known Snyder was going to move on from Geno, and that's why that worked. Yeah. Right. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying Snyder has a beef with Pete, but no, I don't think that there's some freaking, hometown discount that's going to happen.
You know what it is, Wasted? It's no one's bigger than the program. That's how he looks at Pete. Yeah. The fan base loves him. There's Seattle fans that are actual Raider fans now because Pete is a Raider, the Raider head coach. I have several people that comment daily like, hey, I'm a Raider fan now. Once they got rid of Pete and moved Geno, I'm over here with you guys now.
Well, we've seen that with DC. So
yeah, exactly. But I'm just stating, that the fan base was really pissed off about them moving on from Pete Carroll, and now they're really pissed off about the whole Geno situation. So, but hey, once again, we don't know. But all I'm gonna say is this: if they want to keep Tariq Woolen for another season and let him walk and get a comp pick, good for them. But if I'm the Raiders, I'm at least playing the phone game, reaching out to them and seeing what they want for Tariq Woolen. Now, Pete only knows. Pete's the only one that knows what that entails, right? He has the relationship with him. Once again, you pointed it out. They did have a spat, and there was an issue with them for a second. I believe he benched them, and some other shit happened. But that rookie season, you can't erase that. All-pro year, led the league in picks. His rookie season, I think he had 6. He was tied for the lead, with picks. So there's something there with him. And who did it? Pete Carroll. He brought him in the 5th round, brought him in and unlocked that. So if anybody can do it, it's definitely him. Reister says Schneider offered Geno a contract. He did offer him a contract. He did. But I think that he already knew that they were going to bring in a young guy this season, to develop and move on from Geno at some point.
Yeah, but did he offer him the right contract, Reister? Because if he did, Geno would have signed it, right? He offered him a contract. Geno did not think that it was something, or it was the kind of money that he felt like he deserved. And then Schneider said, listen, I'm not going any higher. And then they moved him. So don't tell me that crap. It's the same thing with Jacoby Myers. We offered Jacoby Myers a contract. Yeah. Did he accept it? No, he didn't. And guess what? Now he wants to be traded. So get the F up out of here, Reister 88, you douchebag.
And Reister, I got to say this. Geno's seen an opportunity to reunite with Pete Carroll. That's right. Also, Geno's seen a situation out there. He had no run game. The offensive line was really, really bad. I think he thought this was a perfect opportunity to go elsewhere and build with his former head coach, the guy that really believed in him more than anybody. That's a father figure to him. So once again, Geno didn't like the offer that they presented to him, and he wanted to get out of Seattle. And guess what? He took the shot of getting out of there and reuniting with Pete Carroll, and now he's here in Vegas. So, but you are right in a sense of he did offer Geno a contract, but once again, Geno wanted out, and DK was on the way out. I think that Geno kind of understood the assignment. Like, they're going to go a different direction here. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let me see, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. You guys, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Pay your bar tabs and all that good stuff. And also, man, salute to everybody listening here on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you guys. Those numbers are going up every single day because of you guys. You guys are the greatest audience that anyone could ever ask for. Salute to you guys. Get some questions in, you guys. We're not going to be here too long. We went over the 53-man roster. We'll kind of go over it a little bit more before we get out of here. We got 1,900 people here in the building. Salute to everybody also watching on Twitter. We appreciate you guys. If you guys want to jump over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button and join Green Dot Gang and Get Off My Lawn Gang, hit the link up top. If you guys want to become members, it definitely helps us keep the lights on over here. Raiders USC says, leave rainy Seattle for the Dome. Hell yeah. Gino definitely cooks indoors. If you look at, the win-loss ratio, he's definitely won a ton of games indoors. And I think he's excited to play out there in Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. And then once again, this year, you got the Chargers once in LA. You got the Texans, the Colts. He's playing indoors a ton this year. So I'm excited to see Gino absolutely cook
indoors too, you know?
He said, waste is in his feelings too much. Nevada taxes versus Seattle taxes.
What feelings? You know, I'm never in my feelings. I'm always just effing angry. That's the only feeling you're going to get from me.
Reister. Hey, Reister, man, look, Wasted needs his coffee, brother.
I'm drinking my coffee right now. I'm still pissed off.
It hasn't gotten your bloodline yet. It hasn't hit your bloodstream yet. You know, once that gets rolling, Wasted to change the script. He'll be in here happy-go-lucky and all that good stuff. So, was there any other names out there that you've seen on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that that you could potentially take a look at? Malachi Corley.
Huh? Tommy Cutlets from the Giants, baby.
Hell no.
Yes, that's right.
Malachi Corley's a name to keep an eye on, bro. I know we're not gonna probably add another wide receiver.
Well, Marcus Epps, but look, if we're being honest, we don't know how healthy Marcus Epps is. If he didn't make the Patriots and they're trying to get rid of Kyle Duggar as well, that's another safety in that safety room. But Marcus Epps is a guy that really, really got along great with Max. Yeah. He's a guy that was a leader in his locker room. If he's
helping unlock Palomar.
Yeah, so if he's healthy, that's a guy you might want to take a flyer on. You can get him on the cheap. Okay. You know, you definitely want to go out there and check out some of these offensive linemen that are available as well, right? So, you know, I had my list up and I kind of lost it. That's what I was kind of looking for. And that's why I kind of.
Okay, well, while you do that, I'm going to read a few comments and we'll get over there. Salute to Made by Giants. Hey, watch your mouth about my cutlets.
Shout out to Made by Giants.
Made by Giants, man. Salute to you, man. You guys are okay. You don't need DeVito, man. You guys have a three-headed monster with Russ, Jackson, Dart, and J-Mo. You guys will be fine. Epps, that non-tackling. Look, I would not want to bring back Marcus Epps personally, and I don't think that he fits the mold of what Pete and them are doing. I think that Pete is kind of sitting back waiting for Duggar to see if they're going to release him. You know, because that whole rumor of trading Jacoby for Duggar, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. But Duggar does fit that role and that mold of what Pete Carroll, he's a guy that you can put in the box. You know what I mean? He could play the safety position. You can kick him up in that big nickel look as well. He could be a dog in this defense.
Yeah,
maybe they're waiting to see if they release him.
He definitely can. Look, and you know, you got Zy Alexander's out there from Buffalo. He got released.
Yes.
You know, that's another young guy.
LSU, great.
Yeah, the thing about it is, man, you know, as Raider fans, we're used to seeing guys like David Amerson and people like that come to the Raiders, get their second act and get unlocked. Kobe Bryant, all these guys, right? But if I'm being honest, right, we the one thing that we're missing in that secondary group, and I've personally been saying it all offseason, is that vet that has done it at a high level. Yeah. He doesn't necessarily have to be doing it at a high level now, but it's good to have somebody that knows what good looks like.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that in the building. And I would really like that, you know, a lot of people say Simmons, but dude, I'm cool because we have an embarrassment of riches at the safety position. I really do. I think we got guys. Jeremy Chin is and I know you guys are probably going to disagree with me. He is an exponentially better player than Trayvon Merrick.
Oh, agreed.
You know, he is, right? We have that vet back there
for a portion of the price.
Yeah, we have that vet there. Where's the vet at corner? Mike Hilton, it doesn't check the boxes for me.
And just Raiders, baby, we could have had him before he even went to Miami. If you can't make that team, where they have
they're horrendous.
No corner depth at all, then there's an issue. And it sounds like there's a few teams that are already interested. I believe the Colts are bringing in Mike Hilton for a look. So it looks like he may go to Indianapolis. I believe there's a connection there with one of those coaches out there in Indianapolis. So, but I wouldn't take a look at Mike Hilton at this point. What is he, 31, 32 years old? And once again, the Raiders could have had him for nothing before he went to Miami. So I don't think that they're looking for that.
Yeah, that's definitely not their cup of tea. But look, when we sit up here and we're looking at there's nobody that's really going to save us. Nobody's saving us, bro. No. Guys that are getting released right now, you got some of these guys that are never going to play another meaningful snap in the National Football League. And you got a lot of these guys that had their time and the sun is set on their career.
Yeah.
You're talking about guys like Beanie Bishop, Siegel, all of these guys.
But bro, he led Pittsburgh in picks last year.
Yeah, he
did.
They just let him go. 4 interceptions, right?
Yeah, like 4 picks last year. So, I mean, that could be a guy. And once again, we talked about Juju Brents, another guy that's available out there in Indy. They waived him. So, I mean, there's options. And I like what Scout even said about Juju, pure cover 3 corner. You know what I'm saying? 6'3", like he fits the mold of what Pete Carroll wants. I can definitely see them bringing him in. We struggled a little bit early on in his career, but that could be a guy that you take a flyer on. You know what I mean? Pretty good tackler. Struggled in coverage a little bit. They need to develop him there, but I can see that. But once again, like Beanie, I mean, I would definitely take a look at Bishop. He's a stud, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't. You're right, though. I don't think that anyone's going to come in and really save us unless we make a move for a cornerback 1 type of guy. We have to look and scour the trade market. That's what it is.
Yeah, and the thing is, what you have to do is you can't, paint yourself in a corner.
Yeah. When
it comes to a draft perspective, the one thing that for me that John Spytek has not done well, and just off the beginning, from the beginning to the end, we don't know yet because they haven't played a snap yet. I don't think that he is as timely as I would like him to be as a fan, and that's just being from me not being in the building. Would like him to be a little more timely.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's Pete Carroll. Maybe this is Pete saying I like what I have. I think that Spytek is going to trust Pete to say, "Hey, I got the back end of this defense. This is what I do." If they struggle this year, this is on Pete. This is not on Spytek to me. This is a package deal with Spytek and Carroll. If they cannot cover this year wasted, I'm not blaming Spytek for shit. I'm putting that all on Pete Carroll, not Graham, not Spytek. I'm putting that on Pete. Cutting Pete. I'm putting it on Pete. That's on him. He's been the whisperer, right? The DB whisperer his whole career. If you think that you're comfortable enough to go with Stokes, DeCam, Porter, Darnay Holmes, and these guys, that's on you, Pete. This has nothing to do with Spytek to me. This is all on him. Simple and plain. If we struggle, this is the thing. Pete, you're not dealing with the 49ers quarterbacks, the Arizona. You're dealing with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Bo Nix twice a year each. Like, this is a different situation. This is the AFC West, the toughest division in football. And it can be debatable, right? Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears. That division's tough as well. But this is on Pete. If you can't unlock Porter in year 1, we are in trouble. If you can't get Stokes to return to that Georgia form why he became a first rounder, and if he's not durable, that's on you. You have Stokes as your number 1 corner wasted. That shit is scary, bro. A guy that has trouble staying on the football field.
Yo, and the thing is, there are guys that when you start talking about how he runs his defense, that can actually help this team. You got guys out there like Isaiah Simmons. He's available. Green Bay Packers got rid of him.
Terrible every step of the way.
But that's the type of athlete that Pete Carroll makes into a stud. Go out there and try to be creative here. Because listen, man, Deion Sanders ain't walking through that door. Charles Woodson ain't walking through that door. Mike Haynes ain't walking through that door. You got to be creative, man. Yeah. You do. I'm sorry. I think they've been very laissez-faire with the cornerback room. And I think it's going to be the undoing of this team.
Real quick, Daniel, did Seattle release McClendon Curtis? If they did, I would definitely bring him back.
McClendon Curtis, the guard?
Yeah, that's my guy, bro.
Yo, I love McClendon Curtis. Bring him in, baby.
Yeah, bro. Like, I would love if they released him, I would definitely bring him in. That dude to me is a stud. Salute to Pitt. Look, man, we're both Notre Dame guys. I like Isaiah Foskey. I think that he was way overdrafted. He should have not went where he went. And I don't think he has 1 sack in 2 years. So I'm not looking anywhere towards Foskey. I wasn't that high on him coming out of Notre Dame, to be real. And I'm a Fighting Irish fanatic. But I'm not.
That's crazy, man. He don't have at least one. Every man should have at least 1 sack.
At least one.
I mean, what the F is going on here, man?
Yo. Oh, so we got cut, Daniel. Okay. Well, hey, man, that may be a move.
McClendon Curtis. So does he have to go through waivers? Is a
yes,
question.
Definitely.
Because how many years has it been?
This is year 3, I believe, right?
So he's not to the point where he has his 4th year where he can do what he's got to do. So look, McClendon Curtis is a guy that
he was picked by Arizona. I thought he was with Seattle, so he must have got picked up with Arizona.
Bring him on home, man.
I quit following him once he became a Seattle, and then he
grab Petty like that, man. You don't play for the Raiders, you're gone.
Oh, bro, like, look, I love Ferrari. I unfollowed him on Instagram. It is what it is. Once you're gone, you're gone. Well, you know what? I may have to hold on to that one because he may make the practice squad. But look, when you're gone, you're gone. Like, look, there's no more reasons to wash my hands of this shit and keep it moving. Alexander, you need to relax with that Fire Pete shit. We will get rid of you.
Oh, yeah, I saw him. Yo, you're about to get unceremoniously blocked with that crap. Fire.
You know what, Alexander?
Man.
I'm going to put you
out of here.
You are getting put in time out.
Put him in the gulags, Graf.
Yes, Gulag Central.
Gulags for you.
Alexander,
out of here.
We love you, but you are the one person that comes in here and says outlandish ass shit, and then he always tries to get us off of our pivot. He'll come in and say, "Breaking news: the Raiders just picked up Micah," and it's like, come on, bro, what the fuck?
Yo, breaking news: you're in the gulags. Get the F up out of here with your crap. You're gonna go there. You know what, man? You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything, man. But what I will say is this: it's time for you to eat in the gulags. The dinner bell.
Wasted with the shenanigans. I love it. I love it. White and feet, y'all. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, Daniel says Curtis was a peak guy. This is facts. Off of the practice squad years back. AZ is close to LV if he wants to come through. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. Yo, Anthony in here with that nastiness. Yeah, man, we might have to get my guy. You know what? I'm in a timeout kind of mood. Gray Dot Gang, out of here. You are gone.
That's right. Get him out of here.
Cook.
Get the F up out of here.
Boom.
Get the F up out of here with your crap.
Take 5 minutes and enjoy the ride, my brother. Enjoy the bench.
Listen, you know what's funny, Anthony? That is the path to acknowledgement. Sometimes, like my mom says, a hard head will make a soft ass.
There you go. Yo, salute to my guy JT in the building. Hey, Wasted. I did a bunch of lunges at the gym and my round muscular buns are, oh my God. What do you recommend? And let me get out of
Get the F up out of here, JT Douglas.
Oh,
that's what I recommend. I recommend a nice trip to the gulags with that suspect comment you just made.
Nasty work, man. Salute to one of the greatest new names on YouTube, Snorts. I like it, man. First time listener, digging the vibe, man. Appreciate you, brother. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on both channels if you can. Raider Nation Unlimited, OLV Raiders Network. Appreciate you so much. That is a code name, Snorts 77.
77 what? You think you're still going to be around doing all of that stuff?
If you snort 77 lines, you are officially cooked.
The Snortster.
The Snortster. Salute to my guy Snort, man. Appreciate you guys as always, man. 2,000 people still rocking with us in the building. Get a few more questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. Once again, we went over the depth chart. The 53-man roster is official, you guys. There will be some changes here. Once again, soon we will be looking up at the waiver wires. We're number 6. So we have a chance to pick up a ton of talent here off the waiver wire. But this is the 53 for right now. Dante Thornton, Colton Miller, Charles Grant, Caleb Rogers, Dylan Parham, Jordan Meredith, a surprise, Will Putnam, the center, UDFA out of Clemson, JPJ, Alice Kappa, DJ Glaze, Thayer Mumford. I know a lot of people are upset with that. Brock, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas are your 3 tight ends. Trey, Jack Besh are your other wide receivers. We got Geno Smith. Aiden O'Connell has not been placed on the IR just yet. He is on the active roster, but they have not put Kenny Pickett on here just yet. He officially was signed today. I've seen the Raiders put it on Instagram and Twitter. So this will change here shortly. I'm expecting Kenny Pickett to be on here, and then they put Aiden on the IR for 6 to 8 weeks. The running back position, Genty, Zamir White, which they're really high on, Raheem Mostert, which you were wrong, Wasted. Wrong.
You want to talk about how many people you've been wrong about this offseason? I don't think we want to do that right now.
Hey, man,
do you want to do that?
I wasn't wrong about a lot at all. So yeah,
you were wrong about as usual.
I'll tell you who I was right about. Dylan High Stakes Laube, baby. He makes the back end of the running back group.
Bro, that's like saying water's wet. We all said he was going to make the roster. The guy's playing special teams. He's a special team ace. It wasn't because he's a great running back. He's a great special teamer. Get the F up out of here with your
cap.
Yo.
Defensive side
trying to get me riled up, and I'm not falling in for it. I'm not falling. I'm not falling for your nonsense.
Defensive side of the ball: Max, Tyree Wilson, Jonah Lalu, JJ Pegues, Adam Butler, Lecky Fotu, Thomas Booker the fourth, which is a great sign. We just made a trade for him. He is on the active 53. He may start if Jonah Lalu doesn't start. Thomas Booker may be starting there, opposite of Adam Butler there at the defensive tackle position. Kuntz, Snowden, Tonka Hemingway. We also got Jermaine Pratt. Jamal Adams makes the roster, which is great. Landon Roberts, Tommy Eichenberg, and Lindenberg. Another surprise there. Lindenberg makes this roster. Yeah. And we carry 6, I believe. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. We carry 5. Oh, no, 6. Devin White as well. So we carry 6 linebackers. The cornerback position, Darnay Holmes, Caillou Blue Kelly, Darian Porter, DCam, Eric Stokes. Very worrisome. Isaiah Palomau, Chris Smith, Jeremy Chin, Thomas Harper, Lonnie Johnson Jr., who will start on the IR. So we actively have 4 safeties on this roster. And then we know Cole, Carlson, and Boba Moore. So, yeah, man, that is our active 53.
I got 2 people that I feel like Will Putnam grab. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a surprise for me. Normally, teams want a backup center that is a backup center. You know what I mean? You don't want to have your starting guard move over to center and then you have a shitty guard. You know what I'm saying? If you need a backup center, you need a guy that can play center. And both of our 2 young guards who are actually really probably the class of this offensive line besides Colton Miller, and Powers Johnson and Dylan Parham, you want those guys to get comfortable at their spots and stay there. Right. So Will Putnam is a guy that when I was going through my 53, I knew he was going to make it because he's the only guy that's a center by trade. Right. And Lalaki Tashi move. Now, I know there are people that say, man, too much has been made of this kid. I've even said it. But you don't find a 6'7" guy that's that big that picks this game up that fast. Right. And can move like that. Yeah. I'm very, very I will be shocked if he makes it through waivers. I will be shocked. That guy is a special talent athletically, right?
There's a few teams that are interested in him allegedly, so maybe, but I think he clears waivers, bro. He's too raw. Like, once again, like the footwork, the handwork, there's so much that goes into playing guard at the NFL level. He's very, very raw wasted. I don't know if anyone's going to.
What happens if the other GM goes old dirty bastard style and says, "Oh, baby, I like it raw"?
Well, hey, and then I personally think, and I love Laki Tasi, but I think that they're wasting a roster spot on a player that's not ready to play football just yet. So I think that what the Raiders are going to do is they're saying, you know what, we're willing to put him out there. If he clears waivers, we're going to bring him back. So I don't think they
do it, man. I'm telling you, he likes it raw, keeping the dirt head down to the core. Because my name is the ODB.
Salute to JT as my dog is tweaking. Sorry, that was my uncle that grabbed my phone. My question was on a scale of 1 to 10, radar corners. I'm going to go with a 3, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 3 as well. I don't want to, kind of piggyback off you, but there's not one guy in that room that's proven. Nope. Right? And you got guys that have played a little bit, Caillou Blue Kelly. Bro, we're talking about having to go up against the who's who of this league. We have a tough schedule this year. Yeah. People say we don't have that tough a schedule. That is nonsensical. We every week.
We're in the AFC West.
Bro, we're in the AFC West, and then the outside, like the outer conference is brutal. And then you got teams that are on the upswing. Chicago Bears of the world. There ain't no easy wins on this roster,
Texans,
bro.
There's a ton of teams.
It's a ton of teams.
Cowboys, man. You never know who they are.
Yeah, and then the thing is that you have some guys that can play at the wide receiver position that can really, really eat you up. So, man, it's going to be a rough year for it's a trial by fire, baptism by fire. I think with this secondary, you're going to see who they are probably by week 4.
Yeah, agreed. Salute to Delano, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Reese Rock. King Petty move. Give Amari number 17. He's number 19. So we moved on from Tommy Millott, which he'll probably clear waivers and be back on the practice squad, but he has number 19, Rock. He was out at practice today wearing number 19, so we got to keep his number, so which is great. So he took Tommy Millott's number over. Salute to DeMarcus. Talk that O-line-ish wasted talk. Salute to my guy, man, DeMarcus in the building. Salute to Ron Justice. Water is wet. This is facts, man.
Listen, I am so glad that I was able to enlighten you.
Yo, Omar, this is the one thing I was confused about, was letting Terrell Edmonds go. I mean, once again, he'll probably clear waivers. There wasn't a ton of interest for him at all anyways before we brought him in. So maybe they place him on the practice squad. We shall see. But I thought that they would have held on to him, especially getting rid of Trey, which I think will clear waivers and end up back on the practice squad.
Yeah.
But I think Terrell Edmonds was a guy that, once again, gives you that big nickel look. He can come down and play linebacker if need be, can play the strong safety position. I just thought that the versatility and the veteran, leadership that he could provide, I thought he would have made the team. So
you think Trey's going to clear waivers?
I do. Even though
there's some teams already got some interest in them, bro.
I've heard that as well. So but we shall see. And I'm hoping, regardless, that my guy, selfishly, I just want him to come back to Vegas and be on the practice squad. But I hit him up today. I hit up his mom. Salute to Mama Trey and all them, man. It just sucks, man. Good kid, great family. I'm hoping that he could find a way back onto the practice squad and we can develop him a little bit more. Ty says, woke up to the cut list. Name I didn't expect to. Who are you talking about, Ty? Put the name out there, brother. Let me know who you're talking about. It was a Cam Miller. I'm assuming you probably meant Cam. Salute to my guy, Pace. For those Raider fans who think their life is over, which is probably most of you, just look at each dude cut and ask yourself if they were really going to make a difference or add something actually important. Well, let me say this. In One Nation, relax. That is Mama Trey. That is somebody that we are in constant communication with. I rock with his family heavy. I speak to his father as well. They are very close friends of the channel. So relax, pump the brakes on that. She's probably watching the show. She's always in the comment section showing love to us. We definitely appreciate Mama Trey, and we hope that she sticks around regardless if Trey moves on or not. But Pace, what do you mean? Just look at each dude cut and ask yourself if they were really going to make a difference. Listen, some of these guys didn't get an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, I think Trey Taylor deserved another look. I think, and it's Shedrick Jackson. He looked really good out there in preseason, right? I mean, he could have added some value at the wide receiver position. So, Lockie Tassi potentially, if he does not get through waivers and he goes somewhere else and balls out, we're in trouble. So yeah. I do believe that some of these guys that didn't, make the cut, we may pay for it in the long run, including Terrell Edmonds.
Look, Terrell Edmonds is not going to make. That guy's been in this league. He's been on a bunch of different teams. He's a first-round pick. I think Trey Taylor is where we pay. Trey Taylor is a guy that has never gotten a fair shake here. Like he got injured, and if we're being honest, bro, the guy has a tremendous nose for the ball, tremendous amount of athletic ability. Yeah. He's bro. I'm telling you,
safety spots, the nickel. He can get close to the line of scrimmage.
That was a mistake. Yeah. And if they're getting rid of him because of a physical archetype, that to me that they failed, because that kid is a tremendous player. It's a reason why he was the best defensive back in college football his senior year. That was a mistake, bro.
Just look at that play against Arizona in the fourth quarter where he moved Josh Joyner off the line of scrimmage. Just pushed him over and got in the backfield and absolutely blew the play up. Yeah. That's what Trey can do. And once again, I'm a little biased here, but I'm telling you now, watching him, watch the tape, watch the film. The dude is a baller. I just think that he deserved way more of a chance, way more of an opportunity here in Vegas. Big Mike, I love it, bro. Make sure you guys tap in with our brother Big Mike. Call in. I'm going to call in and I'm going to use a different voice. I'm going to fuck Big Mike's show up today. So you guys
bro, why you got to tell everybody? Because I definitely was going to call him with a Jerky Boys voice. Like, oh my God. Oh, Pablo, honey.
Bro, we got to do it. We both got to call. Yeah, we're going to destroy Big Mike Show.
Oh, Pablo, honey.
Yo, salute to Rick, my guy, on becoming a member as well. My brother, we appreciate you. I think you're probably just renewing. Salute to Rick, my dog, always supporting what we do. AJ, that's an interesting one. But the thing is, we already have a big, tall speedster in Dante Thornton Jr. I don't think you go out there and get a Nick Nash. I'm a fan of him. Converted quarterback to wide receiver. San Jose legend, like you said. Got a chance to cover him at the Shrine Bowl. Good kid. But, I don't think that we really have a need for him. We already have a big body wide receiver in Dante Thornton. I don't think that we need to bring in Nick Nash. But that's an interesting name. He can definitely add some value to some roster out there at the NFL level. Rick says, I upgraded to tier 2. My brother, I appreciate you, bro. Salute. Get a few more questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. About to hit that almost hour and a half mark. Salute to George, 17-0. He is not playing about that 17-0 shit. I love it. Kelly says Collier was the one to take a chance on. What is the thing? He'll probably clear waivers, which he will, and we can put him on a practice squad. You put him and Sincere on there, actually. So I hear you. Collier definitely ran hard for us, for sure, in preseason. But once again, I don't think he was going to make this roster regardless, Kelly, to be honest. At the bare minimum, put him on a practice squad. He's kind of bounced around a little bit in the league. I wasn't expecting him to make this roster at all. Salute the Raiders USC, my guy, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships, my dog. I appreciate you so much, brother. Salute to all the new members in the building because of USC. If you guys want to become Green Dot Gang and get off my lawn gang, hit the links. They're pinned up top. Salute to all the new members here in the building. Alec, Wasted definitely sounded like Mort Goldman on Family Guy. That is crazy, bro. Definitely sounded like
Mort Goldman.
That's hilarious, bro. Let me see. Like he says, Graph, I'm calling it. Spytek's making a move for Vita Vea. Tampa Bay's not moving.
Bro, get the F out of it. Yo, Vita Vea is a borderline Hall of Famer. He's not going to trade Vita Vea, man. It's not happening, bro. Cut it out.
We're going to add some different players, but once again, give me some real quick before we get out of here, some potential practice squad candidates. We went over the roster. We went over the guys that were let go. I mean, I could throw some names out there, right? I think that that Tommy Malot's going to be a practice squad guy, right? Can we agree
How many
on that?
spots you got? How many spots we got? Like 17, or I forget how many spots on a practice squad.
I forgot how many practice squad. Let me
wait, that's a professional. You let that go. Look, when one of my children are calling me, you get the
17.
F up out of here. I answer.
17.
It's 17 guys, right?
Yeah.
Look, if you guys thought that was unprofessional, me answering my phone, guess what? I don't give a F. When my kids call me 3 times in a row, I answer. The F up out of here.
I love it. So we'll do this real quick. We'll go here. We'll create our practice squad with just the players that we have right now, which there will be some other guys to make this. I'm going to go Shedrick Jackson. I'll go Trevon May. I always butcher that. I'll go Sincere McCormick, Tommy Malott, Cam Miller, Carter Runyon, Laki Tassi, Trey Taylor, Greedy Vance, Dalton Wagner. That's 10. JT Woods will be 11. Terrell Edmonds will be 12. Alex Bachman will be 13.
I don't think all these guys they're not going to bring all these guys back, bro.
I think that's 13 right there. Honestly, I do.
Bro, they're not bringing all these guys back. There are other guys around the league that they might have had on their draft board that didn't make it to them. There are other guys that they can put on the practice squad.
Create your team with the players we see in front of us, Wasted. You always got to just make the sale. Make the sale. All right. You're confusing me with these big words. I'm going to take it as disrespect. Make the sale, Wasted.
Hey, listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. That shit ain't love.
Yo, I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. That shit ain't love.
We got to bring that back. That shit ain't love.
Yeah, yo, bro. Trey Taylor, 1. Greedy Vance, 2. Chris Collier. I think they really like Chris Collier. 3.
Over Sincere, you think they're going to carry 2?
I think they're going to carry 2 running backs, right?
Okay.
They might not, right? But I think Alex Bachman is a guy that that he doesn't need to be in the practice squad. He's a guy who's been in the league. He might wind up with the Patriots or something like that. So I don't think he's gonna.
White boy receivers kind of easy to pinpoint him over there. Huh?
Well, no. See, you're the one who have to make it racial. You know what I'm saying?
I knew what you were doing. Zach
Carter. See, don't put that on me, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Didn't How long has he been here?
Who?
Dallas Bachman.
2 years, I believe, right? Andre Carter is definitely going to the practice squad if he clears waivers.
Yeah, Andre Carter is the guy. You forgot him, right?
Yeah, he's a stud, bro. Like,
yeah, Andre Carter is a stud, man.
With some more muscle and continue to work with Rob Leonard, he can be a baller for us.
Now, Dalton Wagner is interesting because he's been in the practice squad. He's perennially on the practice squad. He got the Raiders scholarship. Then, he was in the practice squad, and these guys weren't here for that. But I thought Dalton Wagner is the guy that probably should have made it. Dalton Wagner looked pretty good in the preseason to me, right? So, like, Dalton Wagner is a guy that I don't know if they really value Dalton Wagner. To me, I would have liked to see Dalton Wagner make it over Thayer Bumford.
But once again, he's a traditional right tackle. Mumford provides versatility. He could play 4 positions on that O-line.
Man, listen, Thayer Mumford can play 4 positions on the offensive line badly, and that's the problem, bro. You know what I mean?
I think if you move him to guard, he'd be a lot better.
Just because I haven't seen him play 1 snap this preseason that was a good snap. That guy was getting pushed back into the quarterback's lap every freaking snap. Every snap. And he played late into the game with guys who are going to be bagging groceries this week. Thayer Mumford, and I've been a big proponent of Thayer Mumford. Thayer Mumford, he better get it together or leave it alone. The guy has not been playing well. He hasn't been playing well. And look, if you're gonna have a guy on this roster that's playing that badly, bro, go out there and go look at a waiver.
Brandon Parker, baby.
Yo,
Brandon high stakes Parker, baby.
Him back.
Bring back David Sharp. The Chargers just cut him. Go all out. Go get Trent.
David, the quarter blind man Sharp.
Go get Trent Brown. He was just cut by the Texans, I believe, or whoever the hell he was with. Bring in the GOAT. Salute the Snakefish real quick. Greetings, Graph and Wasted. Just waiting for the smoke to clear. Next week's signings will tell us more. This is facts plus tax. Salute to my guy.
Thayer Mumford is a guy that I'm surprised that he made it, bro. I really am, bro.
Yeah. Salute to Ty. I was on top of the Empire State Building, and I don't see too good. I can't see, goddammit.
Yeah, that's the Jerky Boys. Remember? He said, I was on top of the Empire State Building, and I don't see too good. I can't see, goddammit.
Yo, remember that. I remember that.
I can't see, goddammit.
Salute to Ty.
What about Lyle Collins, man?
No, I'm good.
Why don't you like Lyle Collins, man?
I'm cool. I don't even think I need to add any extras. Just no,
bro. That's the thing with you, bro. Like you going off on Kenny Pickett. I don't understand the Kenny Pickett hate. I don't get it. The guy can move. The guy has a winning record in the National Football League. And to be honest with you, the only problem that I have with Kenny,
I love that transition right there. Wait, that was godly.
Yeah, well, I tend to do things like that.
Yeah,
but this is the thing. Kenny Pickett is a guy that didn't lose or get traded from Pittsburgh. The only problem I have with him is he wasn't willing to compete for the job. When they signed Russell Wilson, he asked to be traded. And that's why. So get the F up out of here, Graf. Kenny Pickett is 100 times better than Aiden high-stakes O'Connell.
Damn.
And there's not that many guys that are on the waiver wire right now that has starting experience.
Mark, damn, man. I got just weird shit. Damn. You guys are disgusting in the chat today. I can't stand you. Coast Range is definitely available too. That would be an interesting pickup as well. But look, man, if my quarterback has to wear 2 pairs of gloves to throw the football, there's an issue there. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not a Kenny Pickett dude. Look, man, I am not sold on him. But once again, he's the backup quarterback. So it is what it is. I'm not.
Man, get that F up out of here. You mean to tell me from a backup?
Listen, I would rather have
somebody to go in for a quarter.
You threw 14 picks at the first annual OakLosVegas flag football game. I would rather have you at the quarterback 2 position.
Bro,
period.
Brokeback Mountain. How many picks did you throw?
Bro, I played for both teams. I played every snap.
Get the F out of here with your
what
crap.
You mean, bro?
You're like 10 years younger than me, walking around like Alfred E. Newman. What the F is wrong with you?
10 years younger, and I don't know who the hell that is.
I think did I throw a pick? Oh,
you threw a ton of them.
I didn't.
You had that one dude that won the MVP, bro, out there balling. That motherfucker was cooking.
Bro, listen, I threw
he looked like Champ Bailey out there, bro.
I threw 1 pick.
He was snaking that.
I threw 1 pick. Stop your lies.
Just nasty work.
Freight Train will attest that I threw 1 interception.
Oh, that's cap. That's cap. Salute to Pace. The cornerbacks scare the crap out of me, but we can't really go into the season with this, right? No, we're definitely going to add another DB or two to this roster for sure, Pace. And if they don't, I just think that Pete's just trying to outsmart himself. You can't run with what we have right now. You got to add another body into that group for sure. Salute to Pace, man. He said, waste his channel on his internal Achilles Smith. Yo, JT, you just scared the shit out of me, bro. I seen that and really looked.
Yeah, looked around.
Yeah, I was like, yo, hold on, bro. What you mean? Yo, Nathan
Scroggins, bro.
Peterman.
Michael, my man said Michael Scroggins. Sounds phallic.
Yo, once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. Coming up on an hour and a half. We're going to get the hell out of here. I got to go spend some time with the family. My wife just got home, just made dinner for the kids. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we will be every step of the way covering this football team all week long. Then next week, I believe it's going to be slowing down a little bit, wasted, that week before football actually takes off. But we're going to be here once again every step of the way. On the way out, man, real quick, salute to Raiders Shield family. Hot take, Cam move back into the 53 after the next few practices. Jacoby's stake is raised as an emergency quarterback and gets extended to a 2-year, $32 million deal in the next 48 hours. Waiver claim expires noon Eastern tomorrow. Salute to Raiders Shield family. I believe this is Nav in the building, man. Appreciate you on the $10 smackaroonie. And salute to Mark. Love the content. Salute to my guy Coffee in the building. We all can be weird as hell sometimes, man. It is what it is.
Can we get some facts? What facts would you like for us to give you, Mark? High Stakes Coffee.
Did I miss UA? UA said that he put up a super. I did not see it. Let me go look.
UA You can't ever disrespect the great UA Mel.
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect UA because he always comes in with some definite negativity from UA Mel. I'm worried about the run game. DTs don't seem stout. Anything for that, Wasted?
I mean, you should be worried. Listen, there's only one definite on his defense. His name is number 98, Max Crosby. Yeah. The rest of these guys are all question marks. Jamal Adams, Devin White. I mean, everybody on his defense, Tyree Wilson, we're all wondering what we have this year. Let me tell you, this is like a potluck lunch here. We don't know what we're going to have this year. And I'm not going to sit up here and sell you guys a dream. This defense can be anywhere from very good to putrid. Yo. And that is what it is at this point.
So to Ty, man, Pickett got tiny hands, can help Wilkins get the gerbils.
Ty,
Ty.
F is wrong with you, Ty.
You gotta relax, King. Holy shit, Ty. Go back to sleep. You are definitely off your rocker right now. Raider D says Twitter app's been hunting for Graf recently. Don't listen to these one game a year suckers, dog. You're solid Raiders. Man, look, man, haters are everywhere. Raider D510. You already know how this goes, man. We have some fun on Twitter. We tweet away over there. And some people don't like it, but guess what, man? You don't have to like me, but you got to respect the hustle. I'm going to make you respect the hustle. You don't have to like me.
And I'm gonna be real. There are a lot of people who claim they're the voice of this and voice of that. But guess what? You sit in here with the pulse of this shit. And don't you ever effing forget it, all you suckers out there.
That's crazy, bro.
Ever effing forget it.
The voice of the Raiders. Salute to JT, man. I'm worried about the run. Oh, shit. I read that.
Yeah, right.
So
F up out of here.
JT is trolling once again. So nasty work. Once again, man, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. We'll be, I'm going to do this on the way out one more time. Grade out gang. Boom, 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 boom. Just for the fuck of it, man.
That's right, Anthony. You get up out of here.
Yeah. We love you, Ant. But since you're grade out gang, we're going to keep you in the gray.
That's right. Go to the gulags, do some push-ups, read some books, get spiritual and get your shit right.
There you go. Anything on the way out, brother?
Nah, man. I mean, listen, bro. Things are looking up from the offensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball is a big question mark, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we got to let Pete and these guys cook. We will circle back to whatever happens week 5.
Mark, Graf and the Gout Master. I love the content.
I just love that I'm the master of something.
Appreciate it. Salute to my guy, Mark Coffee, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Once again, Raiders USC says, peace, fellas. Great show. John Bailey says, and my apologies, John. We were supposed to link up in Vegas, man. The schedule got crazy, so I was all over the place. I couldn't, next time I'll have some free time to move around a little bit. We were supposed to do it tonight, and actually, this is on me tonight. The guys were waiting on me. We'll probably do it tomorrow or the following day. So stay tuned, John. We'll have it together this week. Other than that, man, as always, we appreciate you guys so much. Love every single one of you. On the way out, wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are not subscribed yet, we'll both be live from our channels more than likely tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, we are outro, y'all. Wow.